What's going on, all my toy collectors and X-Men fans out there? You know who it is. It's your boy Ox, and welcome to the Cave of Wonders. Now this week we've been taking a look at some of the Marvel Legends X-Men figures that came out over the past few years. And I hadn't opened these figures up because I didn't have enough characters in a good enough area to display them to take over my old Toy Biz X-Men figures. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Uncanny X-Men Retro Cardback Silver Samurai action figure by Hasbro Toys. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, now starting off with the front of the box, you guys can see right here that obviously it's on a retro card based off of the old 90s Toy Biz action figures. Right here it says the Uncanny X-Men, ages 4 and up. You can see the Marvel 80 Years logo right there. You can see Silver Samurai right here, the name of the character we're looking at. And then you can see a clear package window showing you the character that's inside and the 2 weapons that he comes with, okay? Now he don't have any extra swappable hands or heads or anything like that. He just comes with those 2 samurais right there, all right? Now I've already measured this box out for you guys. It's almost 8.5 inches long by 11 inches tall by 1.5 inches in depth. So that's how much shelf space you're going to need when you're going to be displaying this, okay? Taking a look at the back of the box. You guys can see them right there. A little read up on them if you guys need to. Go ahead and pause it. Some other characters that had came out right around the time that this one did. I actually have that Storm right there. We're going to be looking at her as well. I already have that Iceman opened. And I didn't really get that Cyclops because I like the other one, the one that had came out in the VHS box set. I ended up having that one. I actually already did a review on him, so if you guys want to check my videos, you guys can find it. Let's go ahead and open him up, all right? Okay, now here he is out of the box. You guys can see he comes with the figure. He comes with 2 swords right here. And let's take a look at those. Should I say, Tony Hanzo Katanana? That's basically what the swords were called when Uma Thurman was in that movie Kill Bill. But yeah, they're 2 of the exact same swords. Now it's pretty cool that they're not just painted all gray. You can see that they painted the handles black and they added some texture to them, make it look like there's some wrapping around the handles. I think that's pretty cool. I love the way these look. They look pretty cool. Now you guys can also put these in his hands, but you guys can also slide these in right here, and I'll show you how they look in a minute, okay? Now taking a look at the figure up close, I already measured him out for you guys. He's actually 7 inches. He's like 1/6 shy, or 1/16 shy of 7 inches basically. And taking a look at him up close, he does look really cool. I've had this figure for a little while. I think I got this figure, I think I got it off Amazon if I remember. But like I said, I just hadn't had a whole bunch of X-Men figures in order to display, so I just waited until I got a bunch in order to open them up and display them. But this figure does look really cool. Even though it's just silver, it's different. It's not like one solid color. You can see his arms are gray right up here, but his armor is like the metallic silver color. Obviously, that's why it gets his name Silver Samurai. But I love the fact that they didn't just pick you know, one solid all gray color or something like that, that they ended up switching up those grays and adding the chrome finishes. I love the way that looks right there. Let's take a look at his helmet real fast and all of his armor. I actually seen this on the front, these little strings, and I thought it was like something bad with the plastic when I was looking at it through the thing until now that I see that it goes all the way around. But first I was like, man, it looked like some glue or something got dried up on there. But yeah, I really like this figure. It does look pretty cool. I think this was kind of an underrated figure because I think I got this thing on clearance for like $9 or something on Amazon. But I think it looks pretty cool. Truthfully, what I should have did was I should have probably bought like 7 of them and made like a little army real quick, because these things weren't really that expensive when I ended up buying them. Let's go ahead and take a look at his articulation real quick. His head is on a ball joint, so it does spin all the way around. His head does not look up at all. I'm going to guess probably it's because of the back of his helmet. And he doesn't look down at all as well. It kind of has that little shredder helmet where you can't really get it to move up or down because of the back and because it hits right here at the shoulders, okay? Now his arms do come up. They don't come up too far because this is like hooked right here to his arm, right around his shoulder right here, so he can't get his arm up anymore. But it does rotate around if you guys need it to. It does rotate at the bicep, does have double jointed elbows. His wrists do move, they do go in and out. He does have upper torso articulation, so you can move him side to side. You can rotate him around if you want, as well as waist swivel right here. You can move him forward if you guys want, but not too far, but you can move him forward about that far, all right? And then back, he does go forward pretty far. And you guys can see, now this isn't any kind of issue because this is armor. This isn't his actual skin. So it's not like it's just not painted right there. It's because this is an armored plate for his abs, and this is his chest armor plate right there. So obviously it's meant to look like it's connected, but you know, most of the time it's really not. Now taking a look at his legs, they do come up. This is kind of thinner plastic, not real thin, but it doesn't hinder his articulation with his legs coming up. Legs come up to about there. They do swivel right up there at the thigh. He does have double jointed knees. He does have a boot cut. His feet do go up, do go down, do rock side to side. So yeah, he is packed with some articulation. I love the fact when they throw in articulation right here in the boot right there in the calf, because I hate it when you can only, you know, rotate it right up here. Sometimes I want to move his foot a certain way like that. So I love the way that looks. And a lot of times with Marvel Legends, their feet, you know, their feet, yeah, they rock and they go up and down, but they don't, you know, twist like McFarlane figures. They'll twist, but a lot of times there's no articulation right here in the calf. So it's kind of like a trade. It's like, yeah, his foot can rotate here on you know, one line of toys, and then on Marvel Legends, you know, they rotate right here. But either way it goes, as long as I'm able to move that foot around and move that calf muscle, I end up working when I'm posing my figures down here. But yeah, as you guys can see, he only has 2 gripping hands. He didn't come with any other hands. So let's go ahead and throw his swords in his hands real quick. And you guys can also see right here that his swords can slide right in here, just like this. Just like that. There you go. Now I'm going to throw him in his hands real fast for you guys, okay? Okay, now here he is with his katanas in his hands. Like I said, they can slide in right here, but they also fit very well in his hands. And this is what I'm talking about the ability to end up moving those feet or moving that calf muscle right there. I hate it when you can just spin it right here. It makes it a lot easier for you to get them in the poses you want them in, you know, when you're able to move that calf muscle right there, that boot cut, whatever you want to call it. You know, that definitely makes it easier in order to pivot those feet and to get them in the stands that you want them to. Because sometimes if they don't move, they'll end up just being straight like that. And then you have to turn their feet, like on the McFarlane figure. Sometimes you got to turn their feet and it'll look funny because you'll be like, why is his feet faded, you know, pointed that way, but the rest of his leg looks perfectly fine. You know, most people aren't going to have their, you know, their toes like this, you know, but then the rest of their leg look perfectly fine. So yeah, he does have good articulation. I love the way this figure looks. Let's go ahead and show him standing next to some other Marvel Legends X-Men figures real fast. Okay, now here's the Samurai standing next to some other Marvel Legends X-Men figures. This right here is that Wolverine. I think this is from the Apocalypse Bath years ago. This right here is the Gambit on the retro card that we just looked at yesterday. And yeah, I just wanted to show you guys how he stood, because he's actually, like I said, he's 7 inches tall. So he's a bit taller, obviously a bit taller than Wolverine. And I think Gambit came out to 6 3/4. So he's pretty tall. But not only that, I actually wanted to show you guys how he looks standing next to a Diamond Select. This right here is a Marvel Select Diamond Select. What is it? Sabretooth. I actually use this Sabretooth right here to you know, in my collection, because I didn't like the first Sabretooth that had came out. Like I said, in that Apocalypse Bath, just didn't like him. To me, he didn't look bulky. He didn't look like Sabretooth, in my opinion. But I do know that there's a 2-pack right now with Sabretooth and Wolverine, and I think it's like a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, I think. So if you guys go to Hasbro Pulse, you guys can find it. But I've had this Sabretooth since I was a teenager. So I'm going to end up displaying him with my Marvel Legends figures, because I love the way he looks. He lacks some articulation, but he still looks pretty cool. And I just wanted to show you guys the difference. Like I said, he's 7 inches. He's obviously a little bit taller, but I want my Sabretooth to be big and bulky, because, you know, when I have him going up against, you know, Wolverine, I want him to be massive, you know. But that's just my opinion. Everyone, you know, switches up their toy lines the way they want to. But other than that, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and stay with me as we look at some other X-Men figures coming up this week. And until next time, stay cool.